Well, hello friends. Today we are going to debug something. I tried the Vim port earlier today, and it turns out to be working pretty nicely, I would say. But it actually has an irritating problem that if I resize the window, it doesn't resize Vim, and that's pretty weird. So even if I restart Vim, it still doesn't have the right size. And I figured we could work out why that's happening. So the way that resizing is supposed to work in the terminal is that whenever a terminal is resized for whatever reason, then you'll get a sig winch. So it's for window change, I guess. You get a sig winch signal to the process running inside of the terminal, and then it's able to react to that by resizing its like terminal UI or whatever. And for some reason, Vim is not responding to that. So first thing, I guess, is to just verify that we're sending that signal. So you can actually see that here, though, that we are spamming signal 28, which is SIGWinch. So I just we have the same signal numbers as Linux, so it's easy to look them up later. But anyway, we should be able to react to that in Vim, and Vim does not. So let's see what Vim actually does. So let's just grab for SIGWinch, I guess. Okay, so they are in OS Unix, sounds like the right place to be. So let's see, SIGWinch, blah, 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 blah. Man, this looks like a very portable code base. They're like doing so much stuff with macros. Okay, so I think this is the actual signal handler. Ret sig type, presumably the return type of signal handlers, and so on. So, what is this? They reconfigure the signal handler? But, okay, so they said do resize to true, and then they return from the handler. And then here, if do resize is true, they call handle resize. That's okay. So the handle resize seems to be the place to go. Okay, wait, here it is. Handle resize, shell resized. Okay. So where's that? In term C. Okay. Call this function when the Vim shell has been resized in any way. We'll obtain the current size and redraw. Okay, so they're calling set shell size with 0, 0, and false. So that's 0 width, 0 height, and must set is false. Okay. And then what do they do if width and height are 0? Wait. So I guess they're calling check shell size. What does it do? Check if it's valid? Wait. But if it's 0, then This seems to be about redraw. Okay, so UI set shell size. So if must set, that one was false. Or if UI get shell size fails and the height is not 0. So we're going to call UI get shell size. Which is in source UI, okay. And in our case, we're not using the GUI, so I guess we'll call get shell size. Oh, crap, all right. So that's, oh, back to Unix C, OS Unix. Get shell size. Try to get the current window size. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere here. So this is presumably where they try to figure out what the window size is. And then they have these different ways of doing it. So with an IO cuddle from the environment, that's not the most reliable way of doing that, but I guess if you don't have a choice. And then from the term cap, otherwise keep using the old values. So we're hitting this case here, like keep using the old values, right? That's where we end up. So why do we end up there? We should be, try using an IO cuddle. It's the most accurate method. So we have this IO cuddle. So why does it fail? So if you use this IO cuddle, then we will populate your win size struct with the rows and columns of the terminal. So let's just make a small test program to test it out. Call it TTY size. And we will, we'll just print out what we think the TTY size is, because I don't know, maybe something's not right about it. So I guess it is struct win size. Just standard in and TIOC get win size. Okay. Pair. Yeah, something like that. I don't know why I'm writing this program so correctly. String is not what I wanted. Stdio. Okay, so then we can print like, wait, what types are in here? Unsigned short. So columns, X, rows. Call and row. So let's see what it says. Because this should be the same way that Vim is doing it. So, wait. Oh shit, don't we auto-build userland stuff anymore? I thought we were still globbing these. Glob, yeah, we glob them. Oh, do I have to rerun my CMake thingy? I guess I did, yeah. So it's 80 by 25. And if we resize it, then it updates. Okay, so that works. So we're sending the signal out, and the TIOC get win size is correct, as far as I can tell. Wait. They're doing an if def. So what if? Okay. So I see the problem. So we're not compiling this code at all. So I put garbage here and export path. I don't know. So I run it to root toolchain local bin. If I put garbage there, then it's still built. So if I put garbage here, it doesn't build. So we're not building this because the IOC get win size is not defined because it's an enum value. Huh. That's stupid. But that's entirely our own fault. So I guess I put them in an enum because I thought it was just nicer to not have to come up with unique numbers for all of them. But it seems like it's expected that they are defined in the preprocessor. So it's clearly not defining them clearly breaks this. And I remember having this exact problem with Erno. So that's why Erno is defined like this. Because I had like huge problems with this when I first started trying to port software. Then I had to do this with Erno because various things were checking like ifdef and then some Erno name. But I did not realize that this was an issue for iocuddles as well, but I guess it makes sense. I wonder if that's in POSIX. Let's look it up. Or is iocuddle even in POSIX, actually? Wait. Is this just Bing being useless, or is it that it's actually not in POSIX? Austin group bugs. I guess these are this is the bug tracker for POSIX. Okay, well, seems like they don't have a way of doing that right now. But maybe someday they will. Actually, what was that thing that they were having there? TC get size? TC get size. It's a proposal that introduces TC get size. It's kind of cute. You know, we could get ahead of the game and support those APIs. But anyway, so never mind that. So let's just deal with this. But I don't want to go and do like, you know, define them all. So DSE get P group 1 and then like SP group 2. That's, I don't want to do that. Wait, can we just do this? Yeah, okay. We can just define them to themselves. Because, wait, can we do this with the regex maybe? So everything from, let's do regex from the start. A through Z plus to the end. And we'll replace it with pound define 1 1. Oh, we should also allow underscore here. All right. Poof. Look at that. So now, if you put this in your code, you'll hit the macro, but the macro will just expand to this, which will be this. So it should be like the best of both worlds. It's just, it's a bit sad that we have to repeat it, but I feel like that's still pretty cool. So if we do this, and we rebuild everything because that's life. Maybe we should do this with Erno as well, because I like having Erno as an enum. Don't have to come up with unique numbers myself. Oh, and then we also have to rebuild Vim. So let's see if putting some garbage here will fail now. It fails. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so let's completely rebuild the port. Da-da-da. Well, it's usually a pretty fast port to build. Usually. This feels hackish, but I really can't think of a nicer way of doing it. Unless you do code generation, but I don't think it's warranted for something like this. Where's that build? It would be nice if this just works, because I'm actually kind of surprised how nicely the Vim port runs now. It's fun because a lot of the ports that we have, at the time when we ported them and like put them in the tree, they were running like a little so-so. They were kind of shaky feature-wise, especially Vim. Originally, it didn't support like syntax highlighting and stuff, and it would frequently fall apart. But now, every time I try it, I feel like it's gotten a little bit better. And look at that. It's resizing the UI. Very cool. Let's open up our little test CPP file here. And it actually kind of works. That's so cool. I guess it's a little bit laggy sometimes, but I feel like I wonder what's actually taking the time. Wait, I didn't want the browser. I didn't want to minimize. What am I doing? I'm just curious, like what's actually using up the time when I resize this? Let me see it. It's terminal and Vim, and of course Windows Server. Maybe we can, let me just grab a quick profile just because I'm curious about this. Like, what is the terminal actually doing? It's terminal PID. What's your PID, bro? Oh, where did you go? PID 7. Is that really the one? Okay, I don't know why I'm making making this so difficult. Yes, PID 7. Okay, so we profile a little bit of resize action, and what are you doing, my dear terminal? So we have, the time is, let's go to percentage actually. So we have time spent in dispatch event, which is paint event, and then we have time spent in set relative rect. which is the resize event. So it's about 40% in paint, 40% in relayout, and then the rest in a lambda in set pty master, so the on input code path, which is the escape sequence parser. But that's pretty, I think that's to be expected, because that's basically where like, we're just handling inputs. And doing a bunch of debug output, actually. Wait, is that what all the time is? So if we turn this upside down, we'll get debug push, debugger out. Wait a minute, who's debugger out? Oh, dude, it's you. Okay, look at that, so much time spent writing to the debugger. Yeah, we can probably do less of that. Anyway, I was just curious what it was doing. So I have a fair amount of pixel drawing, because draw a line, which is, wait a minute, draw a line calls draw pixel. But this is the frame, painter draw line. I mean, yeah, it calls draw pixel. It would definitely be possible to special case situations like so what we're drawing here is we're drawing like the line around the terminal, and we could certainly right now it's going like pixel by pixel, poking the color into the bitmap, but we can certainly special case like horizontal and vertical lines, especially horizontal lines, because they could just be like filling the memory with a 32-bit pattern, which you could do because you could do like a wide memset type thing. But anyway, I don't know if that's super important. It might be a nice optimization to do, but it would only work for like 1 pixel lines that are horizontal. Vertical lines you can't memset. Anyway, that's a total sidetrack, but this works. That's awesome. So that's such a silly issue. Let's commit it. So libc, make sure that IOCuddle values. IOCuddle, wait, what are those called? Requests? Yeah. Are defined as macros. This fixes terminal UI resizing in Vim port. The problem was that Vim had its code for determining had ifdef dic get win size around the code that figures out the size of the terminal. Since our toc get wins was an enum, since all of our IOCuddle requests were enum values, this code was not compiled into Vim at all. This patch fixes that. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for today, because I just wanted to debug this whole thing and fix it, hopefully, which we were able to do. So that's really nice. And I don't have that much more time today because it's a bit late. So anyway, I guess if you made it here, then I would say thank you for watching and for hanging out. And I hope that you saw something interesting here today, because it's nice to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Wait, this doesn't look right. Why is it so? I don't know why the help shows up like this. Wait, oh, it shows up in a different window? Okay, Vim is interesting. Let's just verify that we can load some large file. What's a long file that we have? Oh, emoji. Oh, I wonder if that will work. It didn't work. Okay, well, maybe if we build Vim with Unicode support. But that's a whole other story. Let's look at our README. Yes, here it is. Looking pretty awesome, actually. Okay, yeah. So thank you for hanging out, and I do hope that something was interesting. I think we need to do a little bit more of this type of stuff as well. It's been pretty heavy on higher level things lately, and it's nice to go deep sometimes and fix these little issues and really get into the messy, dirty, low level stuff. So I guess that's that. See you next time.